My father-in-law seemed very handsome to me. Now, looking at him, I did not like my husband at all. My father-in-law's body was much more beautiful than my husband's. My father-in-law had kept himself very fit. My father-in-law had retired from the army. His personality was very good. He used to stay at home all day. I really wanted to be friends with my father-in-law, but my father-in-law never greeted me more than salam dua. I was trying in every way to make him look at me, but he never looked at me with a dirty eye. I was surprised that being a man, his eyes never fell on me. Day by day my love for my father-in-law was increasing. I don't know what was there in my father-in-law that I was being drawn towards him. I started loving my father-in-law a lot, but I was afraid to tell him. He did not seem to be very angry, but still I was very afraid of him. Then one day I got a chance to talk to my father-in-law. My husband was going to his work. My mother-in-law had also gone to the market to buy some groceries. Now my father-in-law and I were alone in the house. My father-in-law was lying alone in his room. I quickly left my room without wasting time and went towards my father-in-law's room. My father-in-law was watching a movie. The sound of the TV was coming out of the room. As soon as I reached my father-in-law's room, I knocked loudly on the door. It felt to me as if the door was locked from inside. After a while, my father-in-law opened the door and was surprised to see me. He started smiling after seeing me and said, "Why are you standing outside, daughter? Come inside." I also started smiling after looking at him and followed him to his room. Like before, today also my father-in-law was looking very handsome. I was thinking again and again. I was trying to see my father-in-law. My father-in-law had closed the door of the room again and he got busy watching TV. I also sat on a sofa. After being silent for a long time, my father-in-law said to me, "Tell me what is the matter. You seem to be a little worried." At first, I remained silent for some time, then I told my father-in-law that I want to talk to you about something important. My father-in-law got up and sat down and started listening to me carefully. He picked up the remote and switched off the TV. Now my father-in-law's attention was probably on me. My father-in-law was very surprised. What was the matter, due to which I came to his room? At first, I was scared to talk like this, but then I started telling my father-in-law everything truthfully. He was listening to me with great interest. I told him that my husband does not give me time properly and neither does he fulfill my desire, such a desire which every woman wants after marriage, and does not do anything with me even at night. As soon as he comes from work, he comes and sleeps. This is how I live my life with him. I cannot live with him. He has never suppressed the fire within me and he does not even fulfill my needs properly. He does not care for me at all. He is not interested in my happiness. I do not like my husband at all and neither is he maintaining marital relations with me properly. Sometimes I feel as if he is not worthy of marriage. My father-in-law was listening to me very attentively. I did not even realize that I was talking too much. My father-in-law was looking at me in a very loving manner. He was listening to such things of mine and was getting very surprised. He was feeling very ashamed of these actions of his son. My father-in-law was looking at me with love. He started looking at me and then he started saying to me that I had no idea about this and no one had ever told me about it. You also never mentioned this before. Your mother-in-law also never told me about it. Today for the first time I am hearing this from you. I was also tired of these conditions, so I told everything to my father-in-law. I also told him that my husband never did anything to me. The issue was not only that he could not fulfill my desire. The issue was that when I asked him to fulfill my desire, he used to scold me a lot. Sometimes he would even raise his hand on me. On hearing such things from me, my father-in-law started getting angry at me. He lovingly caressed my head and said, "Don't you worry." Then he hugged me. Today for the first time I was feeling very happy. My father-in-law was loving me so much. I was looking at my father-in-law with very loving eyes. I was just looking at him when my father-in-law started loving me. He said that I will find a solution to this problem right now. I started thinking about my father-in-law and then I asked him, what solution will you find for this problem? I don't know, when will you find a solution for this? I cannot tolerate Majid, for minutes and 39 seconds, anymore. If he cannot fulfill my desire, then tell him to divorce me and I will marry someone else. My father-in-law said to me, look son, don't talk like this. Then he started thinking for some time. After thinking for a long time, he said to me, look son, I have only one solution for this problem, by which all your needs can be fulfilled and I can fulfill all your desires. I was thirsty for years and wanted that someone like Majid should fulfill my need. I told my father-in-law that okay, if you can fulfill my need and desire, then it is fine, you can do it, I will not have any objection to this. My father-in-law became very happy on this. He held both my hands in his hands and said, you don't need to be worried at all. I am there to fulfill all your wishes. I have been wanting to be friends with my father-in-law for years and today I have been completely successful in my aim. My father-in-law started saying to me, look, this is too much. This is bad, you should never mention this to anyone and this matter should remain between you and me, otherwise you and I will have to face a lot of humiliation. I promised my father-in-law that I will never tell this to anyone and neither will I let anyone know about this. My father-in-law had faith in me and he pounced on me. It seemed as if he too was thirsty for years. I could not believe my father-in-law that he would be able to do such a good job even at this age. My father-in-law was fulfilling my every wish. He was doing everything according to my wish. He was doing whatever I said. My father-in-law supported me till the last breath. So much so that now all my wishes were fulfilled. My father-in-law had done everything beyond my expectations. I was telling my father-in-law that I don't want to be bored anymore. My father-in-law also did not insist at all and said, okay, if you say so, I will do it. I have got a lot of happiness. For the first time in my life, I was very happy today. I felt very relaxed. I thanked my father-in-law a lot. Today I was very happy because of my father-in-law. My father-in-law had also become very frank with me. Now whenever I needed anything, I would go to my father-in-law's room and he would fulfill my every wish and need. All my problems had now gone far away from me. My husband was very surprised to see me so happy. He started getting suspicious and he stopped me from going out. But what did he know? My every wish and need was fulfilled at home itself. Now I had started living my life very happily. That day it was 12 o'clock at night. My husband had gone out somewhere. I had to sleep alone in the room. I was not coming because I was alone and on top of that, the strange activities of my father-in-law and mother-in-law were going around in my mind. I thought, let's go to father-in-law's room and see if he is still doing the same thing or has gone to sleep. I tiptoed towards father-in-law's room and then I could not believe what I heard. I could clearly hear my mother-in-law's intoxicating sobs from my father-in-law's room. My mother-in-law was telling my father-in-law, now stop it, I cannot do all this anymore. You have grown old but still you do not get tired doing all this. Then my father-in-law smiles and says, I am not old yet, I am still young and I can do all this with you all night. You also get tired very quickly. Then my mother-in-law, taking strange sobs, says, now I have grown old, now I am not of the age to do all this. You trouble me so much all night that my body remains exhausted all day. Now stop it, spare me. I am not able to do all this in front of you. I fold my hands and ask him to let me go. Then my father-in-law says, do it for a little while and then let's do it in another position. Hearing all these talks of my father-in-law and mother-in-law, something started happening in my heart, but I was unlucky because my husband's male power was very weak. He could never give me the pleasure that my father-in-law used to give to my mother-in-law in her old age. The way my father-in-law used to make my mother-in-law scream in her old age, but when my husband used to love me, I did not even sob. He would get free and sleep soon, and my thirst, which was always unfulfilled, I came to my room from there thinking all this. Again and again, only one thought was coming to my mind: that what does my father-in-law eat that even in old age, his male power is so great that he really screams? I wanted to know that secret of my father-in-law, so I had decided that this time somehow I will go to his room at night and secretly do these things to my mother-in-law and father-in-law. I will see the exploits, but little did I know that I was going to be in trouble when suddenly the door of my room opens and an unknown person enters my room and catches me. He did all this so quickly that I did not get a chance to recover, and then that man started forcing himself on me. He forced himself on me for a long time, and after forcing himself on me, he left me in a distraught state and went away. In the darkness of the night, he had ruined me and gone. I kept crying and remained lying on the bed in the same condition. After a few moments, I regained consciousness. I controlled myself and immediately ran to the bathroom and started cleaning myself by rubbing myself. I don't know who was that man who took advantage of my loneliness and whose face I could not even see. He was continuously using me, and he had used me for a long time, but I could not even say anything about him to anyone. After cleaning my body for a long time, I came out of the bathroom. 2-3 days passed like this. Today again my husband had gone out for work and I was alone at night. Today I had decided that whatever happens, I will keep my father-in-law's secret in any case. I will stay here, and before my in-laws come to their room, I will go to their room. After waiting for a long time, my in-laws came to the room, and then my in-laws started doing all that. I was watching them doing all that for a long time. Now I was not able to resist anymore, so I came in front of my father-in-law. Then my father-in-law said, "Daughter-in-law, if you have come here, then you also join us and you also do what we are doing. You will see, you will enjoy a lot. Your mother-in-law gets tired very quickly. You are still young and beautiful too. I will also enjoy doing all this with you." I could not refuse my father-in-law, and then my father-in-law came with me. It had been 7 days since I had come to my in-laws' house, and I had got a good idea of my husband's routine, what he eats and drinks. My husband does it every night. He liked to drink milkshake, but I was very forgetful, so I used to forget even small things. I used to take some things to heart and keep thinking about them for hours. For the last 3-4 days my husband was reminding me that I have a habit of drinking milkshake at night and keep crying. "So you should bring a glass of milkshake for me in the room every night without being told. You should not have to remind me every day." Today again I had forgotten his words, and when he came to the room and stood near me, he asked me the same thing angrily: that where is the glass of milkshake? I suddenly got nervous and immediately got up from my place, and when I came to the kitchen, my mother-in-law had gone to her room. When I was coming back after having the milkshake, I was terrified to see this because the sounds of my mother-in-law's intoxicating sobs were coming from my father-in-law's room. My mother-in-law was saying the same thing again and again: that now stop it, I am tired, now I do not have the courage. You are very strong, but I am weak. Just then I heard my father-in-law's angry voice. My father-in-law was saying, "What is there to get tired of in this? You are already tired, come on, start again quickly, come here, let's do it in a different way this time, you will see, this time it will be a lot of fun." Hearing all this, I came to my room in a stupor, and when I lay down to sleep, the only thing that was echoing in my mind was that my father-in-law looks like a skeleton, but I did not know that he was so strong that even at this age he made my mother-in-law scream. I also wanted such a husband, but my husband used to get tired very quickly. I fell asleep thinking about that. In the morning, when I opened my eyes, my mother-in-law was doing household chores like every day, and her mood seemed very simple. Looking at her, it did not seem that she was doing all that the whole night. Today, when my father-in-law came home, he immediately called my mother-in-law to 7. My mother-in-law to the room. I had now cooked food. I was going to call my mother-in-law for dinner. I went to their room, and as soon as I reached the door I was stunned to see that the scene of that night was again there. My mother-in-law was arguing about the same thing, that I am tired. Now stop it and have some mercy on me. Now at this age I don't have the courage. Now I cannot bear all this, and I came back shocked and worried, and after coming back to the kitchen I was thinking that what did my father-in-law eat that he was so strong? After half an hour I went to his room again, and again the same sounds were coming. Now I was sweating, and I was forced to think that I don't know what thing he uses, due to which he was doing the same work for so long and he was not even feeling tired. Now I wanted to know in my heart that my mother-in-law gave me such a strength that he did not get tired for so long. I was thinking all this. After 20 minutes my mother-in-law came out of the room on her own. After coming out of the room, her face was normal, but she was completely drenched in sweat. But my mother-in-law had kept both her hands on her waist and was saying that I don't know when this waist pain will leave me. Hearing this from her, I had stopped my smile with great difficulty. I gave her some hugs. I stopped while saying this. Now I wanted to know what my mother-in-law used to feed my father-in-law that his strength had increased to such an extent. Even after keeping an eye on him, I could not reach that thing because my entire focus was on him all the time. My husband was very different from his father. He would get tired very quickly, he would lie down to sleep, and I would often remain awake till midnight. Every time, I used to remain thirsty. Hence, for my husband's love, I used to wait for it. I used to yearn for them, then my attention used to go towards my mother-in-law and father-in-law's room, because there was one who was enjoying life to the fullest even in this old age. According to me, my husband slept early tonight too, but my emotions were agitated badly, my desires were still unfulfilled. I was sadly thinking about my husband, that if only my husband was such a strong man, then today I would also be living life to the fullest. Then the sound of my breathing started coming in my mind, then my whole room would light up when she used to tell father-in-law that you stop it now, leave me, I have had enough. And as soon as I remembered this, waves started rising in the ocean of my heart. Then this thought came to my mind, that why don't I peep into their room and see what both of them do, and what does my father-in-law eat that his strength has reached its peak. On observing my mother-in-law, I did not find anything. Then I used to think that surely they must have hidden something in their room, and I wanted to see that thing. At that time my heart was yearning to see what they must be doing. Then I got up from my place and came out of my father-in-law's room. The light of their room was still on. This meant that both of them were still awake. Then their voices started coming from outside the window. My mother-in-law was continuously telling my father-in-law that you are not leaving me even at this age. You know that I don't have that much strength left. My father-in-law was saying that just bear it for a little while more. I will not trouble you again. And my mother-in-law became silent for a while. I tried to peep inside through the window, but they had put a curtain in front of the window. So only the sound was coming out. Nothing was visible from outside. Seeing this, my heart was saddened, and I came back to my room with a heavy heart. As soon as I lay down on my bed, my husband said in a strange way that where are you coming from at this time? His way surprised me. I immediately turned him around. I saw that my husband got up from his place and staring at me with strange eyes said, "What did you think? That I am sleeping and you can do anything and I won't even get to know?" His style shocked and troubled me. My husband said, Really? Tell me, where did you go?" I was confused and started saying that I was unwell, my head was bursting, that's why I went out in the courtyard, and what is wrong in that? I said in a trembling voice. Then my husband became silent for a moment, and then he softened a little and said, "Who told you to go out of the room at midnight and go to the courtyard? If you feel unwell again, then wake me up, and from now on there is no need to go out of the room alone at night." Saying this, he again got lost in the valleys of sleep without knowing what storm was going on in my heart. I was longing for his company. He was not ready to understand that I am still thirsty, that's why I can't sleep at night. Oh God, my bad luck. But what could I do? I did not even have the courage to go to him on my own, and I don't know when I went into the lap of sleep. Now every day and night I used to keep listening to his voice, which used to create fire inside me, and I was also searching for such a man who he would make me scream, and I used to think that I should see what my father-in-law used to do that would make me scream. One day my husband told me that he was going out of town for 4 days, and now he would return home only after 4 days. When he told me this, a good idea came to my mind, and I started thinking that why should I not act on this idea? I can know about what happens to the breath in a closed room. My father-in-law and father-in-law were walking in the garden after dinner in the evening and were also talking to each other. I was surprised to see both of them. Even after spending so much time together, even at this age, there was so much love between them and they shared every small thing with each other. My life was very different from those two. Despite reaching this age, these people were still living life to the fullest, and we were the two who used to get free and sleep as soon as they got free. That day I finished all my work quickly and then hid in my mother-in-law's room. I was sitting at such a place from where I could see both of them, but they could not see me. And then at night, both of them entered the room. I was feeling sleepy, but I sacrificed my sleep in the quest to see both of them. After waiting for a long time, finally my wait ended, and then the scene that my eyes saw, my whole body was drenched in sweat. My father-in-law told my mother-in-law loudly, "My name is Mehak. In my family, apart from my parents, I had a younger brother. My parents loved me more than my brother and fulfilled my every demand and every insistence. I was an independent and stubborn girl since childhood. At that time I was studying in college when I got into a relationship with a girl named Anam. She was a very nice girl. She loved me a lot. The best thing about her was that she had a good personality, and when she praised my beauty, I used to jump with joy. There were many types of boys and girls in the college, and we got to see many scenes, some of which forced me to avoid looking at them. Most of the girls had boyfriends, and when those girls did all that with their boyfriends behind the bushes, walked around holding each other's hands, my emotions started to emerge after seeing this, and I used to think in my heart after seeing those girls that those girls had a very ordinary appearance, but their boyfriends loved them so much. I was no less than anyone else. Many boys had expressed their love for me too, but I did not give attention to anyone. Despite pampering me a lot, my parents did not give me freedom in all these matters. They did not like girls befriending and talking to boys. This was a common thing in our neighborhood, but despite that, I still had a lot of love for them. Parents used to get angry seeing all this. There was a boy in my class who was badly in love with me. He used to keep following me and used to find excuses to talk to me. He used to roam around, but I did not even look at his face, and I did not like such people at all. I had fever for the last few days, and due to which I was not even going to college. Troubled by my absence, that boy came to my house. This thing was very bad to my parents. When I got well and went to college, that boy stopped me and started expressing his love. He said to me, "Mehak, I love you very much." When I refused him, he held my hand. I did not like him holding my hand, and I slapped him hard, and I came home from there. Now that boy used to roam around my house every day. He kept trying to talk to me, but I did not talk to him. For 2 days, he insisted a lot that just talk to me once. He called me to meet him. When I went there, he again expressed his love to me. I kept refusing him, but it was my bad luck that my father was also in that park. When father saw me in this condition, he got furious and came to me and started beating that girl and brought me to his home. Papa had slapped me and got me married after discontinuing my studies, and today I was hiding in my mother-in-law's room to know the secret and was thinking that my father-in-law loves his wife and keeps her very happy, whereas my husband was not able to make me happy to this extent. So I wanted to know this secret, that what thing he used, due to which his strength had increased so much, and my mother-in-law screams. I wanted that I should also get the same thing used by my husband, and then my husband would also make me scream. That day I hid in his room to see what thing my father-in-law used, and whatever I saw shocked and troubled me. For how long I kept watching both of them doing all that from the balcony, and then in a state of unconsciousness I got up from my place and then started doing all that with both of them. At first both of them looked at me with surprise, they could not believe that I was in their room at this time. How and why was I present there, but I don't know. Where did he go? Well, that man had already destroyed me. I kept crying and lay on the bed in the same condition, my body was trembling. After a few moments, I regained consciousness and I ran and locked myself in the bathroom and started cleaning myself by rubbing myself. I don't know who was that man whose face I couldn't see, and he was continuously using me. After cleaning my body for a long time, I came out of the bathroom. My husband was sitting in front of me with a worried face. I quickly controlled myself and sat next to him and asked him, "Are you okay? Why is there so much worry on your face?" My husband started saying, "I don't know what has happened to him, I am not able to understand. He was absolutely fine till last night, today his condition suddenly became so bad that he was not coming to his senses at all." Hearing this, strange thoughts were coming to my mind. When my husband had gone on the first night, his friend had an accident, and today suddenly his friend's health getting worse made me think about the reason behind all those things. I was feeling the hand of only one man, and he was the same man who used to come to me in my husband's absence. I was completely silent, and looking at me he said, "If you are missing your parents a lot then I will take you home," but I shook my head and closed my eyes and put my head on my husband's shoulder. My heart was crying very badly. I was feeling very sorry for myself that where have I got stuck? My life was so good before marriage and now my life was ruined. It had been a long time since I had met my parents. I missed them a lot. I missed my friends and everything of my house. I felt so relaxed in my husband's arms, as if I had become free from all the problems and many other things. The next day also my husband was not at home, and again I decided to spend the night in my mother-in-law's room. Perhaps my mother-in-law had realized this, and then she started telling me angrily that if you come to our room tonight then no one will be worse than me. I will take my breath away. I got worried, 24 minutes and 56 seconds, and said, "Ma Ji, what do you have an objection to when neither my father-in-law nor I have any objection to this? Then why are you stopping me from doing that work with my father-in-law?" Meanwhile, my father-in-law also came there, and when he saw both of us talking, he came and stood near us and started looking at me with questioning eyes. Then I told him in a low voice that, "Ma Ji, you are stopping me from coming to your room at night." On hearing this, my father-in-law got very angry, and looking at my mother-in-law with red eyes, he said that you should not stop your daughter-in-law. She also has as much right on me as you people have on me, and you are stopping her. The work which you yourself cannot do, you can let her do it, right? After she left, my mother-in-law started saying that if you come to our room today, then I will incite your husband against you. I got worried on hearing this. If she incites my husband against me, then he will get angry with me, and it was then impossible for me to tolerate his anger. I knew that my husband was a suspicious person. When something came to his mind, it was not easy to remove it. I still remember that day when in the early days, I had once gone out of the room and he had spoken to me with such anger. I was scared seeing the suspicion in his eyes. And if my mother-in-law also said something like that to him, then I would not have been able to do anything. She was my mother's follower. I decided that I will listen to my mother-in-law, will stay with her, will not make her angry, so that she does not try to use my noise against me. Thinking this, I came to my room and lay down. My heart wanted to go to my father-in-law's room and do everything with him. The way I got peace yesterday, I wanted to get the same peace today also. But when I remembered my mother-in-law's attitude, I got scared. I suppressed my desire and started sleeping. Then there was a knock on the door. When I opened the door, my father-in-law was standing in front of me. He looked at me with surprised eyes and said that you were going to come to my room today, right? Why haven't you come yet? Hearing his words, I got into thinking and started saying that I am not feeling well today. My father-in-law kept looking at me with silent eyes for some time, then he said that I know why you are refusing. I looked at his face with questioning eyes. Then he said that you are probably feeling sleepy because of your mother-in-law. Why are you saying all this? You are refusing because of fear for your breath. Don't worry, she will not say anything to you. I have convinced her. Now you come quickly. I am waiting for you. I was very happy after listening to them. A wave of peace entered my being. Then I again came to their room and they both were doing the same work that I also wanted to do. I also joined them. Today my mother-in-law got tired much faster than yesterday. Only a little time had passed when my mother-in-law started shivering and started telling my father-in-law that today I am not feeling well. Today I cannot do all this. Then my father-in-law started saying that what is the matter with you? Days later you have started giving very less time and you get tired very soon. Come here immediately and now. If you get up from your place, no one will be worse than me. And then my mother-in-law joined both of us. For a long time we were busy in that work. After some time my mother-in-law again moved aside and said that now I have had enough, now I do not have the courage anymore. After that both of us continued to do that work and then after a long time when I got tired, my father-in-law himself started telling me that now you should also leave, you are very tired, and as soon as I came and lay down on my bed, I went into the valley of sleep. I fell asleep thinking that today I have got more peace than yesterday. Today my husband was supposed to come back. I was wearing clothes of his choice color, did a good makeup and applied a nice perfume and started waiting for him to come back. Then his call came that he cannot come back even today, he will stay there today too. I became sad after hearing this. I had done so many preparations for him. I had thought of so many things for tonight. All my dreams were ruined. Then suddenly there was a knock on the door. When I opened the door, so my father-in-law was standing in front of me, his eyes fell on me and while looking at me in a strange manner he said, "Daughter-in-law, you are looking very beautiful today." I felt shy on hearing my praise from his mouth. Then he said, "Daughter-in-law, now come to the room immediately, I am waiting for you." I came to his room and again all three of us started doing all that together. Now I felt like doing this work every day in father-in-law's room. The next day my husband also came back home. He was telling me his impatience, his love stories. He started telling me how restless he was without me and how much he missed me. I became very happy after listening to him. At last he realized that he was also missing me. Then I put my head on his chest and slept peacefully. Now every day after my husband went to sleep, I used to go to my mother-in-law's room and we used to do the same thing till midnight. One night when I came back to my room from my father-in-law's room, my husband was very angry and started saying to me that I had forbidden you not to go out of the room at night, but you did not listen to me. Tell me, where had you gone? I sat near him and said that I was in your mother's room. He was surprised to hear this and said that what were you doing in my mother's room at that time? He started looking at me with suspicious eyes. I started saying that I had some work with her, that's why I went there. He became quiet. He did not talk to me after that. Now when I started going to my mother-in-law's room every second or third day to get peace, my husband started asking me which work I had to do. You are going to your mother. I did not say anything and started to leave from there. Then my husband pulled me and pushed me on the bed and started talking angrily. I was scared to see my husband in such anger and was about to tell him when there was a knock on the door. My husband went and opened the door. Father-in-law was in front. Father-in-law had some work with my husband. That is why father-in-law took my husband out of the room. After my husband left I heaved a sigh of relief when one night I went to father-in-law's room. Probably my husband was not asleep. He came to father-in-law's room looking for me and he was very surprised to see us doing all that. When he saw us doing yoga at night time, he said, "What are you people doing?" Then my mother-in-law left yoga and sitting on the sofa said that since a long time your father has been making us do yoga. He says that doing yoga at night time is more beneficial than doing yoga in the morning because in the morning our body is deactivated due to sleeping the whole night and in the evening our body remains active after 7 p.m. Therefore doing yoga at night is very beneficial. I get tired quickly, but how long can your wife and your father keep doing this work?